We got an orb mirror to start things off. In the bottom left, in the red, we got for the Lao Pao Esports Club, FoCuS. And his opponent, usually playing human, but it's random today. It's Infi.
Man, starting off on Twisted Meadows, like how much more RNG can you get? You're playing on Twisted, a 4-player map, where the spawns are not forced cross, which, by the way, should be. And you're, of course, having to guess what your opponent is going to be playing. And we see the hero choice here. Farseer. Mirror in Orc Mirror. Okay, this is already weird. And it's especially surprised me that Infi is picking Farseer here. He knows he's going to be going up against Orc, where normally your choice should be Blade Master. But from FoCuS aside, thinking he's playing against random, I like the Farseer choice, actually.
Yeah, when I saw that FoCuS was making his burrow on the north side of his main base, I thought that maybe he was going to go for that golem pull trick with the Blade Master, but opening Farseer here, I guess, across the multiple matchups is probably going to go safer. Is going to be safer. Like we said, if he plays against Undeads and it's a Creep Lord, Farseer is much better. If he plays against Human, Blade Master will also be very difficult to pull off here. So I understand. I feel like Farseer is the safer route here to go for. Infi is so evil, by the way. He didn't even scout with a peon. He's like, I'm not going to give away what race I have, what position I have. So he just scouts with wolves, and they're going to clash in the middle of the map. I saw some crazy orc mirrors from Infi on Europe against some of the best European orcs, where he was playing, I believe, with Farseer and going into tier 3 with a lot of torrents and spirit walkers. So I wonder if there was a little bit of clowning around, or if it was the result of many games that they played, or if it's actually something that's like viable and he can use at high level as well here against FoCuS.
I would definitely expect him to be going tier 3 and torrent stuff again. Because just the tier 2 50 supply army heal scroll map control kind of plays out. That doesn't seem like Infi to me, but we'll see how it goes. By the way, I know that from the Gone and Harbor Reddit, the Chinese community keeps on saying that Orc is Infi's weakest race when he plays random. And you actually earlier said that he, however, seems to be getting Orc a hell of a lot when he's practicing on W3 champions. And yeah, goddamn, if you aren't right, he gets Orc here again.
Yeah, I think he's been... Actually, I feel like he's not been randoming Night Elf too much. So I was questioning if he had to get Night Elf here against FoCuS. I mean, I don't know if he plays outside of his streams when he's playing on W3 Champions, but I don't think he's been playing a ton of Elf in comparison, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's just the games that I caught. It's not like I watched like every one of his games. But it did feel like he was getting Orc a lot. And FoCuS now finds Infi out on the map. He's going to put a lot of damage onto that Farseer. Can he force the town portal? Looks like not.
And the Farseer will be running away. But I think this is okay for FoCuS, because we saw that Infi went for the 2-burrow tech, so with that higher amount of grunts out on the map, usually you're supposed to have a bit more map control and get a bit more creeping done, but perhaps a little careless there with the Farseer's HP. Now is being chased by the wolves, and perhaps the enemy Farseer might be coming in for the intercept, but actually FoCuS is far away. And what we see in the main is an early War Mill. That's a really early War Mill for Infi.
Yeah, maybe already thinking about adding that fortified defenses to be a little bit safer. He could go for some upgrades quicker. Because he's already gone for 3 grunts, it's unlikely that he would go into any sort of headhunters here. Like, you don't really go for late headhunters in this situation. But yeah, he's going to be ready to start his second hero here very, very soon. Can he get the XP from the wolves? Oh, he got the first one. Not the second one, though. What is this altar attacking like? Maybe he's been playing against some of the very aggressive European orcs. I think we all know who I mean. More than I thought, and he took some notes from that. It seems like Infi uses very well some of the inspiration that he gets from playing on W3 Champions. Like we saw him use Necrovagon builds in one of his previous games, and he credited one of the European undead, I think probably Vortex, for kind of giving him the idea or reminding him of how good it was.
Yeah, I think the idea behind attacking the altar was that was just something to attack that wasn't in burrow range, which was getting covered, but didn't do that much. Infi couldn't fall back as there was no shop in the main. The shop is getting cancelled again. That's like the 3rd cancel or something. But now FoCuS Farseer's out of mana, out of health. There's a Spirit Lodge coming, by the way. Spirit Lodge Headhunters. Is this Kiwikaki or what's going on here?
That's gonna be cancelled though. Maybe he changes his mind after this. And a headhunter after 3 grunts. What is going on here? Second headhunter. Yeah, so he just wants to transition. I was like, oh, he made 3 grunts. He's never gonna transition into headhunters. Wrong. He wants to go into headhunters plus shamans, I'm guessing, behind this. And now we got the Shadowhunter second from both sides. And look at where the totem is for FoCuS.
Oh yeah, he's proxy building it, hiding it kind of. So he's just going standard Raider Walker, FoCuS, not with Blade Master, but with Farseer and Shadow. Shadow on both sides, seems like they both value the heal wave too highly, especially Infi with not having had heal cells for such a long time. But Infi is not going to be going tier 3. Perhaps he had plans for that earlier, but with that consistent wolf harass and all the lumber that he lost, he can't afford to, at least for quite some time.
Yeah, he took a lot of damage. Like he had to put peons inside of the burrows all the time. The lodge got cancelled. FoCuS spots the creeping down there. Can he get the golem? No. Infi gets the experience. There's no speed scroll for Infi actually, so he's gonna start pulling back. One of those headhunters gets hexed, and grunts are gonna take that out very fast here. He found greater healing. That's pretty nice. There's still a speed scroll for FoCuS, and he's gonna have Ensnare to work with momentarily here.
I'm very surprised he didn't pull the speed scroll there, chase after Hex and Snare again. That seemed like it would have been the easy play to go for, but I guess FoCuS didn't want to be so aggressive. Now Infi is creeping in the corner, very well realized that if he gets jacked here, he has to TP out, willing to take that risk, gets more experience here, and gets a Ring of Protection. For these 2 heroes, it's absolutely terrible. No tanks in this, but perhaps at some point we're gonna get a TC third, because finally Infi has started his way to tier 3.
Yeah, I think FoCuS, seeing that it's some sort of shaman headhunter composition, you see he's creeping aggressively. I think if you're playing like a full tier 2 style like FoCuS is, you have to play aggressive. So I wouldn't be surprised if he started putting on a good amount of aggression momentarily. Like went to Infi's base, try to, you know, pop his head in, see exactly what's happening, and then if you see tier 3, you probably start sieging the altar, maybe one of the burrows, and doing damage. Look at this. Infi is looking to buy some time here. That's one of the things about Infi. You know, he's very good at build order. He's very good at every aspect of the game. Build order, micro, but his understanding of when he needs to buy time, or like sometimes he has a very little win condition, he'll always find it. And this is a big win here for him to have forced this town portal, because now it looks like surely he's going to be making it to tier 3, and then if Bloodlust starts kicking in, it could be very tricky for FoCuS to do well against this.
Yeah, this was so smart also because he was out of mana, out of heal cells. He needed to get back to the main and heal up. But just walking across the map, wasting so much time is super inefficient. So way smarter is attack your opponent into his main, force him to TP back, also making you safe on your side of the map and counter TP out. Very, very smart play by Infi, who's continuing to creep, but FoCuS certainly getting the upper hand here with creeping, gets the next big camp. Double robe for the Shadowhunter. That's a ton of intelligence now on the healer.
Yeah, that guy's a walking mana fountain. That's going to be a lot of mana to work with for FoCuS here. No town portal, by the way, for Infi. He just moved out and started creeping again. So this time if he gets caught, he can't really escape. He gets a good scout in the center, sees that FoCuS is coming. And yeah, tier 3 is about to finish. So this is really the moment you want to attack if you're facing somebody that takes to tier 3 here. It's because before that Bloodlust and Berserker upgrades kick in. And I think that's what FoCuS is aiming for. He's going to go straight for one of those burrows. Gets the surround. So it's going to be very hard to repair. A little bit presumptuous to go for a Witch Doctor here, but Infi is going to have to get a solid hold if he wants to have a chance here in this game.
Yeah, this is the big push by FoCuS. With Spirit Link and the levels that he has, he's quite strong now. Also a heal scroll still. Lightning Shield on the tanking Farseer, not something we see every day. On the grunts in front as well. But one of those grunts gets eaten right away, and this army for Infi is starting to crumble. Before tier 3 has kicked in, FoCuS having a marvelous fight. Final level 3 for the Shadowhunter here for Infi is going Serpent Wards level 2. No healing. Again, the Farseer tank with the tank items in front of the Spirit Link. I mean the Lightning Shield. But Infi is just getting overrun. He doesn't have enough. His army's not strong. And this is looking like a lot like the 1-0 for the Korean over here. Yeah, he's just killing everything.
That's false here. When he found evasion, I was like, okay, well, this is useless. But he somehow made it work somewhat, like to the most of its capability. With the lightning shield on it, he's got a greater healing still on that. Shadow Hunter of Infi is out of mana. He's gonna pop the greater healing. Farseer is doing so much damage. Is he holding thanks to that here? There's so many hits that are missing as well because of Talisman of Evasion. Can he make it out? Oh my god, Infi, if you hold this, he doesn't have the mana for any purge. So Farseer is gonna go down.
Hero goes down. That might be the nail in the coffin, but that was definitely the most damage I've ever seen on a lightning shield Farseer in my life. Almost looked like a bit of an overextension there by FoCuS, but he still got a big supply lead. Wait, it's not that? Oh, okay, it is quite big, at around 10. Finally, tier 3 is finished. We do not have master training yet for the shaman. It's not queued. He's got more shaman in the progress instead. And the serpent wards, they just get taken out by these ranged heroes quite easily, it seems.
If Infi could just hold even just barely and he manages to remake Farseer, he might be able to do okay, but he's still taking a lot of damage. The barracks is gonna die just before the Headhunter comes out here. Kodo hits one of the grunts. And it seems like FoCuS at 50 supply is in full control now. He can just go and expand. Look, he's level 4 on his Shadow Hunter. So he killed way more. Infi remakes the barracks. But he's got Bloodlust on the way. Can Bloodlust salvage this against Spirit Walkers?
Depends a lot on the mana, I guess. But, you know, just having Bloodlust is not enough. You also need strong units and heroes to be buffed up. And there's no Blade Master here. There's no Taurens or whatever. There's Grunts and Shadow Hunter and Farseer. It doesn't seem that strong.
What a weird game we're seeing here. I mean, the whole series might be like this because Infi is playing random, so he's forcing a lot of these situations. FoCuS, he seems to know exactly what he needs to do, though, to do well in this game. So far, you know, very well-timed push before tier 3 was going to be there. And now he's getting his own tier 3. So I think the point is to just stay on 50 supply for a while, build up an economy, and then he's going to break up keep and get Spirit Walker's Master so that he can resurrect a lot of those units. But on the other side, that Bloodlusted Shadow Hunter, look at him go. He's a big boy.
Doesn't have any damage items, which is always a shame. Like, even on these not so impressive ranged heroes here, as far as damage goes, having a few claws on them, 1 or 2, and then having Bloodlust, it does add up over time. But we have only armor here. Armor and evasion. It's looking like one of your games.
Yeah. I'm surprised he kept evasion. Especially because he has a shot. Maybe again, like the Farseer with Lightning Shield on it, it's gonna become the meme of this tournament. Okay, I think Infi spotted FoCuS in the center. Yeah, he has a bunch of sentry wards all over the place thanks to that one Witch Doctor. And he's gonna pull back home. He knows that he needs to hold against this to have a chance. 47 supply against 56, to be honest. Can that Torrent Chieftain help a lot here? I mean, he's level 1, but Stomp still can help a ton if he can get that right in the center. And now he has healing level 2 as well as Serpent Wards level 2.
Snare's flying again. Oh, that's a 6-Storm Lightning Shield combo. Big damage. He misses the first disenchant and the second one. He didn't clip the Lightning Shield on TC. Third, he misses it again. Are you kidding? Is that a bug? He missed 3 Lightning Shield dispels. Now he's out of mana. He has to kill off this TC. And oh my god, the damage return on the TC was insane. He gets the kill in the end. But there was only a level 1 hero.
And now there's only 1 disenchant left. He uses that on the wolves. So these grunts, they're gonna have Bloodlust left over. Some of the shaman as well. Infi pulls back. He knows that if he can remake Torrent Chieftain, it's gonna help him a lot. Especially if that's why he kept the Talisman of Evasion. He's gonna give that to the Torrent Chieftain eventually. And there is no expansion from FoCuS here. He's very committed to doing more damage. He tries to go for the altar. Where's the repair from Infi? He's not repairing just yet here. Serpent Wards helping a ton, but the altar is going down. Can the Torrent Chieftain come out before? I don't think so. It's gonna go down. Big disenchant on top of all of the units here. And FoCuS is on the warpath. He's still got a lot of mana to work with on the Shadow Hunter. He's still got the single Crawl of Healing. Barracks at the front is gonna go down. Barricaded Spikes is helping, but Infi is running out of units very quickly.
Yeah, so much healing from the Shadow Hunter. I think this is the MVP for FoCuS. With the heal wave over and over. Now with his level 5 and still that heal scroll. And the Scroll of the Beast, for that matter. He's gonna fall back. Knows he had another very good fight here, sitting below 50, saving a lot of gold. Could steal the heal scroll here from the enemy shop. That seems like it would be a smart choice. Needs to sell something though. Claws? Scroll the beast. Really? Okay.
Yeah. I guess he's relying on sustainability more so than damage, I guess, for his army. Which makes sense as well. But yeah, this double Robe of Magi is just so insane. It's really hard to like quantify exactly like how good it is or like explain it properly.
Yeah.
But I think if you click on the Shadow Hunter of Infi for a little bit and you look at his mana regen after the clarity, and then you compare it with the one that of FoCuS's mana just seems like so insane. It regenerates so quick. He's even gonna pop a clarity on top of that to get close to like his full mana pool. So the full mana of FoCuS on level 5 would be 585. Infi at level 4 is at 360. So that's an insane difference.
And we go towards the next push. Double healed scroll. Shadow Hunter again with decent mana. What did Infi find? Khadga's Gem. He's got a lot of tank items for this TC, but... Okay, TC is coming back. If he puts it all over onto the TC, he's gonna be super tanky.
A player's forces are under attack.
Feels bad, yeah, just used the clarity. Alright, fast here, needs to be careful. Shadow Hunter of Infi, level 4.5. Level 5 would be a giant power spike here. There's a lot of disenchant to work with. Torrent Chieftain is gonna find his way to the center. A big lightning shield again, but this time he does not miss the dispel.
He's giving over the tank items, the TC now, but without Lightning Shield, yeah, how scary is he really? It seems like mana is missing now for the Lightning Shield, and we don't have much of any damage output for Infi anymore. He's trying his best with the Serpent Wards, but doesn't seem to have enough to deal with FoCuS's army. Shaman being chased down, big supply elite still for FoCuS. There is an expansion finished already, by the way, for FoCuS, so he's getting further and further ahead. And Infi doesn't have much left over here.
The shamans have nowhere to go here. They're just gonna get sniped at the expansion. Pretty much a dead end up there. FoCuS played this game super smart. That timing just before tier 3 finished on Infi's side was perfect. Infi is only now researching Berserker upgrades. So if you struggle against tier 3 Orc, I think in any matchup, understand that right now. The one timing that you want to look for is just when tier 3 is finishing. And before those tier 3 upgrades complete. In this case, Bloodlust and Berserker would have been the scary ones. FoCuS hits that timing, gets ahead. Then after that, never really let go of his advantage, to be honest. Still has a Town Portal in case things go really south. He has a Healing Scroll, and he still has a ton of mana to work with on his Shadow Hunter.
And the upside here for Infi is, if he holds this, if he pushes back his opponent, he can still scale crazy. If this TC starts getting levels. Stomp? Is there a Lightning Shield? No, there's not. Even drops the Khadga's Gem on the ground to get more healing from the heal wave for just a split second. That was pretty good. Now FoCuS is diving deep into this base with Serpent Wards here and Burrows. That is quite dangerous. And FoCuS is starting to lose a lot of units over here. We have Berserkers now. Damage is starting to ramp up on the chase. However, there's not much catch. No Purge anymore, no Hex, no Stomp.
And FoCuS is on double totem behind this, by the way. So I think he just realized how far ahead he is. He's kind of trying to tell to Infi, get out of my game right now. But Infi's like, no, I'm not out of it just yet. So FoCuS will take his time. Pulls back, regroups. He's making torrents 2x2 right now. Mixes in some more walkers as well. And he already has master upgrades. So he's literally going to start reviving those torrents left and right.
Yeah, he's got master and he's got lots of mana, dude. One goes down. But with the corpse here, he can raise the dead! Doing an undead cosplay! And the walker is back. Of course, with bloodless mana.
No Stomp on the Torrent Chieftain. Purge on the Wolves. You don't have the mana for the second one, actually. And Infi's just struggling here. He's trying to stay in this. He's hoping that FoCuS will overextend, but I don't know if that's even possible with the army that he has and that Shadow Hunter. I think if he really runs out of mana, he might Town Portal out. Eventually, that one Kodo could still hit one of the units. One of the torrents is at again the barracks for some reason. Infi trying his best. If he knew that there is an expansion, he probably might be out of this, but he's trying to hold on, drop the item.
Falls back again into the last corner of his base. These torrents are very strong out in the open when they can all connect with the headhunters and perhaps the shaman. But fighting into enclosed spaces like this base is not the best with the big burly boys that are the torrents. But he doesn't necessarily have to attack in here. FoCuS could just fall back. Would love to see a Shredder expand, I don't know, 2 more times or something. and just prevent Infi from expanding himself, and then this game must be his.
Yeah, FoCuS is a little bit confused, I think, because it just seems like he's so far ahead. He's like, wait a second, like maybe he has an expansion. So he scouted at the north, both of the bases that are up there. Sees that Infi has neither of those. And then he knows that behind this, as long as there is no major throw, he should be fine in that game. So he's just gonna go home, use some clarities, use a little bit of healing. I think third hero would be nice for him to add as well. And he's still very much in control of this game. I think for Infi to come back, it's gonna take some insane hit and run. He finally got Endurance Aura, but he doesn't have any Raiders, so his sieging potential is not actually that amazing. But he's one of the best players at that style as well. Like, he loves to run around and like do his thing with a hit and run. But it seems like, wait, he's getting in a defensive position upon seeing this army headed his way.
He's gonna have to pull off the best defense of his life. This is gonna be the battle for Helm's Deep. If this falls, all is over. And it's gonna be against massively favored odds for FoCuS. This Shadowrunner is very far forward. Could have perhaps forced a TP there with some Purge Stomp action. But man, there's a lot of Torrents. That's 5 Torrents. Kind of hurts me to see no upgrades on them, but still. This is so hard to do for Infi. He even goes Ethereal form with the Walkers. Is he gonna go for the Ethereal Lightning Shield thing? No way, he doesn't have Shaman. Never
I think
mind.
it's because he was worried that they would get attacked and sniped by Stomp and all the piercing damage. So it's like, you don't understand that you need to get out of my game, I'm gonna help you understand. Puts these on Ethereal form and he's gonna resurrect any torrent that falls. He's gonna kill everything that Infi has, and Infi on the retreat. He's trying to kite against this army. Good freaking luck. There's that one Raider for Ensnare. Torrent Chieftain at the front with Lightning Shield doing what it can. Farseer coming towards the back line. FoCuS is not really losing anything, and even if he does, he can resurrect those torrents.
TC might be going down here. Not quite, but it's GG. And 1-0 for FoCuS.
Damn, guys, who would have thought? FoCuS taking map number 1. He's like saying, you're not playing in my yard, boy. If it's Orc Mirror, I am super competitive. This was probably one of his best matchups. This was his map. This is his lead.
Yeah, absolutely. And perhaps a little lucky there for FoCuS to roll the Orc, you know. If it was Infi is human, but then again Twisted with human, also rough. I like the Farseer choice. I think that made a lot of sense. Play Farseer, be aggressive, and make sure that Infi doesn't get to unfold his game the way he wants. Infi very often likes to go tier 3, likes to go triple hero late game with an expansion at some point. But Todd, as you pointed out, the best timing there to hit is right when tier 3 is finished, before the upgrades are done, before all that investment has paid off. And with that big lead that FoCuS got, he was able to ride it out to the end.
Yeah, I was worried when he taunt borrowed back home, because clearly Infi was trying to buy time, but I think FoCuS read really well when the tier 3 was going to finish. I mean, obviously he plays Orc, so he knows that timing very well himself. And then once he went for that timing, it was very hard for Infi to hold on, right? Like, his base wasn't exactly designed to hold off against a siege super well. And then he lost the barracks and a lot of units. If he had been able to complete Bloodlust, or even be closer to Bloodlust and Berserker before this hit, he would have had a much better chance to just get a solid hold and then be ahead.
Yeah, FoCuS identified really well where are Infi's weak spots. He has a certain style of playing Orc Mirror, Infi has, so it was a obvious idea, I guess, to go for tier 3 from Infi's side, and so you have to punish this at the late stage of tier 2, and FoCuS absolutely did, was backed off by some good items as almost always, but he played it really calm and collected, did the right transitions at the right time, and yeah, at the end the Torrent Walkers, they just maul through Headhunters if there's no crowd control. So we have some time to look into the picks and bans, maybe. We got Twisted already. FoCuS vetoes Terranas. Infi vetoes Amazonia. So we're left with Concealed on FoCuS' side. Echo Isles. Wait, something is interesting. We go into Last Refuge. Maybe my vetoes are mixed up then. But Last Refuge, a pretty well-rounded, well-balanced map for all races.
Yeah, I wonder if the plan for FoCuS, I guess maybe like if he plays one of the really good Blade Master maps, he might go Blade Master, but on Last Refuge, like the safest by far is going to be to go Farseer again. That's probably the game plan for the rest of the series. Yeah, he banned Terranas actually.
Yeah.
So should be a Farseer on almost any map. And then I think the only scout that he went for was nice. I mean, obviously Twisted Meadows, the only 4 players map in the map pool. Just scout early, see exactly what the opponent's opening with.
Okay, little spoiler alert. Infi gets human. And we load into map number 2. Here we are. Infi with his main race in the upper right. If that's not the time to equalize, to tie up this series on his map with his main race. And FoCuS has a 2-0 lead and 3 match points, guys. So take it away.
Is he gonna play Farseer again? I certainly assume so. We have theorized about this quite a bit. Farseer probably a safer choice to go for. In Orc Mirror, it's not exactly ideal, but with with Infi that not being his main race, perhaps it's still doable. Against Night Elf, also not necessarily ideal, but similar thing. And in the other 2 matchups, definitely preferred. It is the Blade Master, though. This is a much better Blade Master map, and we will see it here the first time in a long time against Human.
Yeah. Interesting. I wonder what the exact thought process is. I guess like against Orc it would be fine, against Night Elf as well. Against Undead Creep Lord would have been tricky, I guess, but it's only one of the 4. And against Human, it's not easy to play. It can be okay. Obviously, it was like the main meta for many, many years. FoCuS was one of the best at it. He's known for getting very favorable item drops, but then again, so is Infi. But Infi just looked so incredibly good during WGL against Orc. But that was mostly against the main Farseer, Torch Chieftain, and Shaman style. It's been a while since I've seen a high-level Human against Orc that was involving a Blade Master. Look at this! He's gonna pull the camp! He's gonna buy a Troll Priest! Thinking that it's 100... No, actually he's gonna creep it.
Oh my God. He's actually gonna creep it! And this is just gonna work out perfectly for this Blade Master, isn't it? He's gonna buy the circlet, he's gonna go aggressive, he sees at the foot he pulled!
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Actually, well, he's supposed to be good for the Blade Master, but it could also backfire. Like, if he misses the hit on that creep, which he shouldn't, and Infi's doing that because he was counting on FoCuS to go for Farseer. So these mind games... Oh my God. He's taking so much damage on the Archmage. This is reminiscent of the WCG finals in Chengdu against Fly on Echo Isle, where he got rushed by a Blade Master. Couple units got sniped, and he just left immediately.
Alright, this is so weird. So, the reason why, as you said, why Infi did this is because he definitely was expecting a Farseer, not a Blade Master, to be coming here and saying hello. Now, this all didn't work out for Infi. Exactly how bad is this opening now for the Human?
How do you say disaster in Chinese? Because that's kind of what I want to say right now. Like, it's so bad for Infi. He's got an Archmage with no hit points. As soon as we hit 19 o'clock, so in just a little bit of time into the night here, Blade Master is going to get boot of speed and chase that horse to death. Oh my God, Infi's going to try to finish the camp. Okay, he was going to send Militia, then he reconsidered. There is a Grunt on the way anyway. And that Archmage is going to have a really, really rough time. He needs to buy boots himself, but if he stopped even for 1 second to buy that, he's going to get hit again. And look at FoCuS, how diligent he was here at 12 o'clock. He left the Grunt the whole time. He's like, I know you could send Militia to try and do some more camps.
And man, that Shadow Priest pickoff hurts so bad. So smart by FoCuS to come in, take out the Shadow Priest, and now... Man, I feel like I haven't seen this in forever. Blade Master chasing the AM, AM being on 100 HP, and now you just have to run and pray until you finally have tier 2 and priests.
I wish I could say the same, but every time I meet Cooper, this happens. So I've seen this recently quite a few times, actually. The Grunt is deep in. Okay, Infi makes sure that he gets the experience, but the Blade's gonna steal the item potentially. Can he deny it? No. He walks in to make sure that he gets that. He's gonna go for the Archmage. He would be trapped, actually. Oh my God, the Blade has no mana.
Can he trap him? Can he surround him? Oh my God, dude! They're both surrounded with each other. Oh, the AM dies! Level 2! GG!
We've finally entered the clown fiesta area of the tournaments.
Dude, I can see those.
Yeah. I think it's one of those high risk, high reward situations, right? Like Remo mentioned it pretty well. He's like, you said he's forcing FoCuS into a coin flip. On like a lot of the maps, it's going to be like that. FoCuS is going to have to choose to go for a certain route, even without having the information. And that's what he did here. He made a bold statement. He said, oh, you want to play random? I'm ready to gamble a little bit with you. Opens Blade Master, and it's the perfect counter to the creep route of Infi here.
2-0 FoCuS, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with DreamHack Summer Asia. I am unmuted. Remo's audio should be fixed as well. Sorry about the little inconvenience, but we should worry more about Infi because that is not looking good up until now.
Yeah, what the hell happened? He was coming into this, the big favorite, of course, threw a curveball with the random. We thought that was supposed to be going in his favor. Map 1, Orc Mirror, his strat doesn't work out. Map 2, he gets human, Bite takes a gamble. FoCuS goes into the gamble with the Blade Master and punishes that early game like crazy. Now he's up 2-0. And a lot of people out there, including Todd, are quite worried because those War 3 info coins, man, they're close to once again being vanished.
I told you I hit rock bottom so many times. It's become routine for me, so I don't care anymore.
Man, that would be quite an achievement for FoCuS, and he can maybe become the Asian Mr. DreamHack after the big success in Anaheim, same as Thorazane a little bit in Europe. Even though he's facing random, it would be one of the best results of the year for him. He was kind of flying under the radar, but first things first, you have to close out a series against Infi. That is not too easy because, once again, spoiler alert, he randoms his main race. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It is match points for FoCuS. Concealed Hill, Undead versus Human.
I think no Blade Master this time, right? This map should be pretty bad for Blade.
Yeah. I think Farseer almost no matter what, and I'm starting to question if Infi maybe got a little bit too comfortable with the random pick here, you know? He would have been a very heavy favorite if he had just picked Human from the get-go, but he chose to play random, lost a mirror, and then he lost a Mercamp against Blade Master, you know? It wasn't even like a proper game where he got outplayed or anything. It's just he had a really bad opener from the get-go. So now he's in all the trouble in the world, and you can't go back and change and say like, oh, I'm going to play Human from now. No, he still has to play random the rest of the series. So of course, it's a good start that he randoms his main race here on Conceal Hill, but he needs to be on point, not just in that game, but in the next two as well.
Yeah, and considering this specific map and this matchup, it's not like even this is hurting FoCuS so bad, because against Human, you want to play Farseer and go right across the map and scout with the Wolves right away anyways. I guess the one downside is that I think nowadays on Concealed, the preferred opening is skipped barracks into tech, right? From the orcs?
I mean, it's one of the openers that some orcs favor, but you don't have to like necessarily go for that. I think going for one burrow is still like, look at how fast he takes. He reaches 20, hero just came out, and then immediately there's the tech from FoCuS. So it's not like it's super delayed or anything, and he has the one grunt, which gives him a little bit more initiative to do some damage on the map. So he gets the, I guess, somewhat bad news that Infi is Human. And Infi during WGL, again, he looked fantastic against Orc. He looked so damn good on this map as well. With the double Sanctum style, he's really mastered that triple Priest into Breakers, Mount Tanking leveling, Clap level 2.
Dude, Infi is taking no chances anymore. After these first two botched maps, he's like, yep, Farseer is coming. I'm just going to stand in my base and going to defend against your damn wolves. He's playing it really safe now.
Yeah, sometimes you would see him go across the map now already, and then try and creep or say to the Farseer, well, you have to choose. You either harass my peasants, or you come and harass my hero trying to creep on the other side. But in this case, he didn't have a tower early on. He would have lost a lot of peasants. He had an open base and everything, so he plays it safe, stays at home and defends against this. He needs to make sure he doesn't take too much damage on the Archmage. He's trying to score some Wolves experience here, but FoCuS will run out very nicely.
Alright, a bit of mana used on the Farseer for a bit of HP on Infi's side, and now it's going to be about how well can you get to the fountain to heal the Wolves, to heal the footies, excuse me, and can the Wolves stop it? Can they wake up the creeps? Can they force a kill maybe? Another nice resummon here at the last second. But on this map, it's very hard to prevent level 2 with the turtle camp being outside the main. Usually the militia should get that for free. Unless the Farseer comes in with a crazy last hit. But no, Infi plays around it very well. And now gets level 2. Is he going for boots? He could.
I think he's going to run across the map and try and maybe creep the other turtle, which should be spotted by this one grunt. FoCuS, if he wins here, by the way, like points-wise, he's doing fantastic in the rankings, finishing second in Anaheim. Now getting a potential top 4. Would have to play against Sok or Moon in the semifinals. I mean, obviously he hasn't won yet, but with being up 2-0, it's really starting to look pretty good for the Archmage, taking so much damage. Oh my god, the Water Elemental got ensnared. Infi, what is going on? Gets the experience, gets a claw. He's like, yeah, that's more like it.
And now he certainly can't push towards this orc base if ever he intended to.
I'm surprised he ran this way. I thought he would turn around when he saw the Farseer. But FoCuS not choosing to chase too much more, as Infi is finishing the camp near FoCus's base. Lodge is already on the way. Altar as well. He goes for Bestiary, so it's going to be a Grunt Shaman Raider style here from FoCuS, with which, because he doesn't have a War Mill, I'm expecting he might try and expand pretty early. But the main thing is that he's getting Torrent Chieftain pretty damn quick, so he can level that very, very nicely. And that's why Infi stole that camp, by the way, on the right side, to make sure that didn't go to the Chieftain.
So what do we see? Double
Can he
Sanctum,
make him
I guess.
Town Portal? That's the thing. What do you think?
Wakes up the creeps. Do they aggro on the Farseer or on the Wolves?
I think on the
Has to
Farseer.
TP out. Oh, that's such a big deal.
Yeah. Very nice. You saw what Infi did, by the way, right? He went to the very back as to say, no, I'm not here. Just move along. There's nothing to see here. But FoCuS is like, I wasn't born yesterday. So he moved in with the Farseer, saw that the Archmage was here, and then he's like, oh, well, easy Town Portal then.
And with that TP being missing, it's so much more dangerous now for Infi to just move out on the map. He can get punished at all times by Stomp and Purge and Speed Scroll. And that's why FoCuS is going for the big camp of the gold mine right away. Not solo leveling the TC here, which I find very surprising. This is absolutely something you can do, especially if you know that you just force your opponent to TP out. And this would have been level 2 right away for the TC. Gets the claws, by the way. And a very early expansion at 33, wow.
Yeah. And FoCuS was actually looking for maybe low hit point units with some of his wolves, and one wolf on the right side caught Footman with low hit points and killed that. So that's a little bit more experience going to FoCuS. Infi is going to do the same that we saw him do on this map in WGL and go for the center camp here as soon as he gets Mount Tanking, because he has Stormbolt and Militia to surround that. And usually from there, it's always triple priests. He gets this spell, and then he goes straight into Spellbreakers. He completely skips Sorceresses entirely, so that he can target onto that Torrent Chieftain earlier with Stormbolt and Breakers.
But it seems like there's no option for Infi to at all cancel this expansion, which is normally what you want to do. And again, if he had a TP, he could move up there, cancel it, and get out safely. But now, with all that pressure on the AM from the early game, that TP being missing, not an option anymore. Is FoCuS gonna 3-0 Infi? In this game, it's way, way too early to say something like that, but it's not impossible.
Yeah, I think Infi usually, when from this position, he'll counter-expand. So right now he's trying to creep safely. And even though he hasn't scouted it, he's probably pretty sure that there is the expansion from FoCuS. So I think if you're Infi, you just go and do the shop now maybe with only Mount Tanking. And then you creep your Expo with only Mount Tanking again, and then you just take the Expo. This is a pretty bad time for Infi to try and take any fights. As you can see in these Sanctums, he just finished this spell, but he skewed like 2 priests and 2 breakers. So the 50 supply expansion is a much better option. Look, he's going for it now. He has the Kit Tower as well, which he placed actually in a really funny way in some of his WGL games, like all the way at the bottom, so it looked awkward. It looked awkward with the Expo, but this time he'll put it on the right side. And he really needs to pull back the Archmage here to make sure that the Mount Tanking gets most of the experience, because he's still ways off from level 3. And look at FoCuS, he's not wasting any time.
Always when I see a tower like this, or a burrow like this, I'm immediately concerned that it's too close, or rather too far away from the gold mine. And then you have to put the town hall too far, you know, and then you need 6 peasants.
Oh yeah,
bad.
He's gonna make the town hall on the left of the tower, I think, not above. Yeah, it would be too far if he made it above. I hope not. God, I hope not.
Okay.
But Torrent Chieftain is level 3 now. And he gets Sentry Wards. Oh my god, one of the best items. Oh, he left the
Pop
items?
boots!
Oh my... Whew.
200 gold, dude. Pick it up.
Probably a lot more than 200 gold on Warcraft 3 info, you know what I'm saying? The few degenerates that beat on FoCuS right now, they are cheering hard.
Dude, I actually bet on FoCuS.
No, how much gold?
Not much. I wasn't really to risk much. I think like 4 gold or something.
Probably get a crazy return on that.
If he wins, it's definitely not over yet. What died at the fountain? Something died. Is that a priest?
I didn't see. 49 supply, and now we got Clap level 2 to start fighting with from Infi. So he's gonna look for the fight. He doesn't have a town portal. This is very important here. Gets a creep jack. Oh, FoCuS was already eaten by one of the Kodos. FoCuS gets his Thorn Chieftain super low here at the very start of the fight. Does he have a salve? Yes, he does. He's gonna have to speed scroll out there. Does Infi go on the chase? He didn't quite have the time to dispel. Wait, he used one more speed scroll? What the hell?
I think he kind of panicked. Part of the speed scroll was dispelled. Nicely done by Infi. And then FoCuS thought, better get out of here. Need to heal up, produce more, make use of this expansion, which is now fully mining. But so is Infi. It just finished. And he's already got 500 gold. Falls back to the red camp, to the fountain. This will be level 4 AM. And the MK, okay, he still needs a ways to go for level 4.
And FoCuS is starting to add Wyvern here, which is very nice against this, because it's very hard to go for double Sanctum, Expo, and then still be able to add some sort of good anti-air. But usually we would see Infi go for Aviary, but this time he goes for Blacksmith. So either Rifle or a Workshop with Flying Machines. FoCuS broke up Keep earlier. That's because he expanded quicker than Infi, and he wanted to contest these big camps here. If he's able to secure that fountain, that would be amazing for him. But we saw, I think the biggest problem of FoCuS is that sometimes his Thorn Chieftain placement is not good. He's like too far at the front and he gets targeted. He needs an invuln really bad here. Maybe even an Invis potion would be nice. And we just had, okay, he starts a Workshop. Infi wants to get Flying Machines here. And he's gonna camp pretty heavily before he can get there. But they, oh my god, the invuln is in 15 seconds. He's not gonna wait for it. I think that's a mistake.
It's kind of a scary push here by FoCuS. A lot of supply. He's got triple heal scroll. But as you mentioned, no invul pot. Oh, don't want to lose that breaker.
He can fall back on the fountains. That's the thing. You just have to barely win the fight. And if you have a lot of units in the red, you can just fall back to the fountain. Thorn Chieftain at the front. No invuln.
That stomp didn't do that much. First heal scroll used already. He's got 2 more of those.
He hit 2 footmen with the stomp. Don't be a hater like that.
And that's what they're getting taken out. So are the priests, by the way. 2 down already. Another purge. These Wind Riders hitting a beautiful timing, but so was that clap. Just as beautiful. Infi falling back to the tower. I want to say towers, but no, it's only the one singular.
Yeah. He needs to remake a shop here. He needs clarity super bad. I'm surprised he hadn't restarted that, but he's getting Flying Machines in the meantime. Did a lot of damage to this army and then pulled back exactly as he needed to. If he just stood there and took the fight, he would have lost everything. And now FoCuS. He smells blood in the water. He wants that 3-0 win here. He's gonna go for the Sanctum at the front, forcing Infi to move back in position to try and fight him. Kodos can grab some of these breakers. Infi barely dodges at the last second. There's still no sorceresses. Big clap is gonna land in the middle of everything, but Mountain King has 0 mana. And there is only Brilliance level 1 because he went Water Elemental level 2.
See now level 4, everything a little bit faster. There's the Grunt going into the back, perhaps with some Lightning Shield harass, but the Shaman mana is really low. Only 3 Shaman, by the way. Very low on the casters here is FoCuS.
Yeah, I like that he didn't overmake Shamans. I think that's good. And Infi, having lost the shop in the main base, now it's at the Expo and he's very accurate because he has to stay near the main. He might lose patience and go for the engagement here.
Oh, the next clap is going to be big though. There's only one of them. Kodo's running forward with a speed scroll. Speed scroll getting dispelled. Nicely done. One more priest dies for that. But it seems like the gyros are now taking out the Wind Riders. Oh, the next clap is massive! Is there a heal scroll left? Yes, there is. Now we see FoCuS using it. This TC is just walking all over the place, not getting any kind of connection though.
Yeah, Kodos who are working on the Flying Machines here. That one last Wyvern is gonna go down. Archmage gets level 4, so now that's Brilliance level 2. FoCuS, did he overextend here? He lost everything! He lost so much of his army, all the Wyvern. There is only one breaker in one of these Kodo bellies. He has so much gold behind this. What's just happened?
Infi played super well with his positioning. Falling back and forth at the perfect time, even lost some production, but he had the right amount of gyros and then was able to take out the Wind Riders. And now we see move towards Raiders. No tier 3 transition by FoCuS. He was so rich for so long. Perhaps he could have fit in a tier 3, but I suppose he didn't have the lumber.
Looks like he's gonna go back to the fountain, maybe creep that, and then hit the Expo of Infi, knowing that his own Expo might be about to be hit. But Infi, he's finally got the big hold here, and he was like, okay, well, we've tried that no mana thing, I didn't enjoy it, so now it's gonna be double clarity and mana potion on the Mountain King. Oof. And I'm gonna clap you, and he gets a greater mana! Oh my god.
And level 4.
player's core town is under attack.
But also, big camp for FoCuS. Big item. It's gonna take a while to creep this, I guess. He doesn't have that much DPS here. But he's got a big army. 70 supply. No more Wind Riders. It's all ground now.
Is he actually gonna counter attack? I thought he might move back in position when you see the Orc on this side of the map, because he has the Arcane Tower defensively. And we get True Shots, actually, for FoCuS, which is not too bad considering how many Shamans and Kodos he has. Obviously, it's not the best. I think Vampiric might have been more helpful. But we're reaching the critical mass of breakers here, which can be very hard to deal with. And upon seeing that there were Slaying Machines, he was like, alright, no more. I don't want to get any more Wind Riders. They're just hard countered at this point. Okay, Infi's tipping. But FoCuS is expanding in center. Wait, what? He's going for the tunnel? No.
Does he have the damage with 2 Raiders only? It doesn't seem like he does. We have some grunts in the back. No Lightning Shield yet. Some peasants being taken out. Would love to see some Lightning Shield over here. The Town Hall is dropping dangerously low. Chain Lightning again, Invul, Heal Scroll, everything being used. The Town Hall dropping lower and lower. And actually, FoCuS gets this snipe. TP's out. Does he, though? Yes, he does. Expo dead. TP's out. He's almost got an expansion. Well,
he TP's at the Expo where there is a Water Elemental. Look at the experience on the TC now. He can get level 5 from just the few small green camps. I mean, this was pretty risky. He did lose a bunch of units, but he killed the Expo very importantly. And now Infi probably feels very confident to move across the map and go for the fights. We have 1 healing scroll right now for the Farseer. He needs to grab at least 1 more. There it is. So double healing scroll against 0. Infi only prioritizes buying the town portal. And he has no invuln. This is very important. If this Mountain King is far at the front trying to clap and he gets chain stomped and purged, he could be in real danger. There is not even any invisibility either in this game. And TC is level 5. This game is crazy.
He just found Invis with the cloak. That could perhaps become useful if he gets bolts around or something.
Yeah, but there is Flying Machines for now.
True. They do have that detection. Beautiful position here once again by Infi. Goes into a choke where getting past these breakers should be utterly impossible.
Okay, Chieftain needs one of these scrolls here, and then maybe he can go for the fight. FoCuS? Oh my god, is he gonna move out? Yeah. He's gonna do the same. He's gonna go for the Expo and say you have to TP now and come defend, fully knowing that Infi is likely to attack his Expo. I don't like the lack of burrow on the Expo here, because he really could have covered these peons. Because now they might just get clapped and die instantly.
FoCuS playing the smart. If he can trade his first expansion for the humans only expansion, he's gonna be totally fine with that. The Water Element's trying to cancel in the middle, but they don't quite get it off. The Great Hall finishes, the peon now repairs! And FoCuS getting closer and closer to the 3-0.
Yeah, Peasants at the Expo are dying very quickly. I think the goal is again gonna be to target this base and then maybe TP out. Infi is gonna give up the Expo. Oh my god, he's gonna counter-attack. 80 supply for FoCuS, 64 for Infi. He's gonna need the claps and bolts of a lifetime to win this.
Oh my god. Who would have thought this, man? The WGL champ playing random, which seemed like a smart idea. Now it's gonna have to take this fight. It's gonna have to take the best fight of his life over here.
Farseer was kind of at the front. Oh my god, Farseer! He's got the Cloak of Shadows, but then that means he's not on turn shift, and even though he has invuln, could be dangerous. Only lands that on the Archmage. Mountain King at the front doing a ton of damage to open up the fight with Thorn Shift, and already took a lot of damage himself here. He's on the chase. Thornbolt again on the turn shift, and he pulled that back early enough to make sure he didn't take too much damage. Those healing scrolls gonna have to be used early. There's the shop in the back for FoCuS.
Forced to TP out here is Infi. He lost, I think, nothing. I see only 1 corpse on the ground. 1 single raider died here. But a few items certainly also had to be used. 1 expansion only left. It's the one in the middle that's not fully mining yet. This is where we must go next.
And this is how Infi had a lot of success during WGL. He fought, used a lot of his mana, town portal outs, replenish mana, rinse and repeats non-stop. In some of his games, he did that like 10 times in a row up until the Orc finally was worn down enough that the Mountain King could finish everything off. In this game, though, Torn Chieftain now has the invisibility potion, and those flying machines, they need to be in position to spot that, because otherwise, if you can get a big connection with one of the stomps, it's going to be lights out very quickly.
Yeah, really nice job here by Infi. Never forgetting about these gyros. Always keeping in mind that Invis could be a possibility. Again, we move into a choke. The breakers protect the front line, or rather protect the back. The TC can't really get in. But it's so much orc now. Grunts 1-1 upgraded are alright. But of course the claps are gonna do good damage unless the mountain can get stomped first. He's way too far forward. This could be a purge trap. First heal scroll against the storm bolt and against the clap right there. MK still low, has to go into the invul potion. Storm perhaps a little bit too soon. TC out of mana, low HP. Close to level 6 though, and the far shield is also level 5. More and more end snares are flying. More and more breakers are going down. It seems like Infi is dropping out of this tournament.
Yes, 2 sorceresses. Finally, it took forever for him to finally get that and start slowing stuff down. Infi is trying to retreat. He's trying to force FoCuS into a really bad position where he can clap everything. But right now, he's losing a lot. That mass sorceress, if FoCuS overextends here, if he keeps chasing inside of the base, might give Infi a chance. But FoCuS is too smart for that. He chooses to just eject. And Infi just scanned with Magic Sentry here in the center. He saw that the Expo was again fully mining, so he's going to hit that very quick. As FoCuS, fully knowing that, he's going to hit the main base of Infi now. Which is almost mined out, by the way.
Can Infi kill this expansion? It's fully repaired now. It would take forever.
With the Raiders. We talked about the Torn Chieftain almost being level 6, by the way, but Mountain King is 4.5. If he kills a bunch of units and gets 5 here, this could be a big level. Torn Chieftain at the front gets targeted, takes so much damage here before the engagement even happens. Trying to get to the backline, he still has the invuln. He's going to try and time that maybe to dodge the storm bolts. Okay, doesn't have the luxury to be able to do that. Farseer with double healing scroll. Uses the speed scroll to go for a Torn Chieftain. That's not a long invuln here. No. Oh my god.
Can't commit to the kill though. He's just being chased down. Is that level 6? Yes, it is. And now he's like, please, please Stormbolt my TC. I dare you. I double dare you. It's double G. Game over. 3-0-4.